Hey there, crafty friends. It's Hannah at the Doodlebug in Jasper, Indiana, and it's time for our What's New Today at the Doodlebug. Well, today I want to mix it up just a little bit. Since it's Friday, I thought we would do something fun, a little different. Let's do some techniques today. So I've got a whole list of things I want to show you guys. I don't know where to look on my phone because I've got it going the other way so I can show you guys the screen going the long way. So I have no idea where. I think I'm supposed to look down here. Yeah, I think so. So I don't know where to look so I can see you guys. But anyway, today we're going to play with resin and waxes and molds. Again, like I said, I've got techniques that I've got a whole list of things that I want to show you guys, and there's just never enough time in the day. Well, today is the day. I told myself I'm not procrastinating. I shouldn't say that. I did procrastinate today. I just went and signed my tax papers and sent my check in to the government. So I guess I did procrastinate just a little bit, but I'm not procrastinating with you guys. So we are going to check out some fun products and play around with some stuff today. So I'm going to flip the camera around. And I've got a whole big mess going back here. So I want to show you, we are going to be using some of the molds that we carry. They're casting molds. Now, these are also food safe molds. So you can pour your hard candies into here. You can pour your chocolates into here. Hey, Miss Shannon, welcome, welcome. And I'm going to show you how to color these. Now, of course, if you're doing food grade stuff, we're going to color them totally different. You can airbrush them. You can use your, food safe powders, things like that. But we're going to be coloring these with waxes today. I love the Prima Waxes. So we have so many different colors of the Prima Waxes. So I will show you guys those. And we've got lots of great molds in stock too. So we'll also check those out as well. I'm going to pop you guys into my mount over here so we can check these out. Now, before I pop you in, I have got a few things already started. And as you can see, I painted it on my craft mat. This is a glass mat. We do stock these for the store. They're magnetic, so I've got little magnets here as well. But I wanted to show you why glass mats are so nice to have, because you can just take your little scraper, and I couldn't find my scraper, but I still left the mess because this is going to work as well. So I painted directly on my mat, and of course, if I had my little, like a Pampered Chef scraper or anything like that, my little scraper like you use for cleaning your dishes, this would come off so much easier. I'm literally using a popsicle stick. I could also take a wet towel and rub it off that way. This is a dry paper towel, and there I'm just using my fingernail, and it's coming right off. Shannon, we do carry glass mats, and we've got the magnetic ones, and it's got our little logo on it. The only thing with those is we cannot ship them for free. That's kind of the bummer part, because they are really heavy and we just don't have the margin to ship them free. So we could definitely weigh one up for you. We carry them in different sizes, and we could weigh one up for you and just give you a shipping quote and see if that is something that you would like. But I like them for whenever I am working on cards or anything like that. Like, here's an old coupon. But that way, if I'm working on my cards, I can hold my card down, do my coloring, and it's going to leave it all in one spot. So, yep, we can totally do that. I know the one I've got here, it is a, I think, 18 by 24, and that is a really good desk size one. So we also have, I think 9 by 12. There's a 13 by something as well. Those are more like travel size ones to me, or just smaller if you don't have a large desk space. But I do like this big 24-inch one because it covers so much space and I can get messy and spread stuff out. All right, so I'm going to put you guys in the mount here. Make sure I get you in here right. I did try, I'm doing it a different orientation on my phone today. That way you guys can see a little more surface area as I'm working. All right, let me get my mount. Sorry, I might make you guys a little seasick here for a second. I should have gotten my mount going first, but then it was like time to come on, and I'm like, oh dang, I'm leaving people You'd like it on your desk. All right, you got it. I know we've got a little glare there, but let me scoot over and try and get away from that. Okay, so I've got one already done, but let me show you how we're gonna go from the get-go, from the start. I'm still gonna try and bring you guys up just a little bit so you can see even more of my desk here. So I wanna show you guys everything. I want to show you how to cast it, you know, what to put in there. All right, bear with me here, friends, sorry. I'm gonna try and get you as tall up as I can without making you too sick. Oh, sorry, I know. This is not my first rodeo. I should have done this before, but I use this mount so often I thought it was in a good spot. But I bet our cookie teacher, she uses it sometimes too. So I bet she used it last and had it, you know, in close, oops, for cookies. All right, not too bad. Here we go. Try and get a little more of that glare away. All right, so we carry different kinds of resins. We carry this one here from American Crafts. We do carry this one here, is called Amazing Casting Resin. I like this one, it turns white. So that is kind of neat. Some of them are clear whenever they are done, which is nice as well, because sometimes you want it to be clear. You can embed different things in it as well. And then you can also do a modeling material as well. I've even used like air dry clay in these before. So there's all different kinds of things that you can use in these different molds. But the one I have that we're going to use is this casting resin. Now, in your casting resin, you get 2 different bottles, okay? Oh, my sticker fell off of this one, but you get 2 different bottles here. You get A and B, and they are nothing without each other, just like a true loving couple. They go together like peas and carrots. They are nothing without each other here. Once they mix, they start to react and it becomes a very hard resin material. So you want to do equal parts. So I'm going to pour equal parts here. Let's see here. So there's my 1 part. You guys can see that. Hopefully. I can't quite see through my camera. So hopefully everybody's seeing that. And then here we're going to do part B. So I'm doing it in real time so you can see how quick this stuff reacts. It's not anything that takes very long at all. All right, now since I'm pouring and not looking, I'm gonna kind of go down and I'm just gonna go eye level to make sure, yeah, those are pretty darn close. Okay, now I'm gonna take just a little like paper, like a Dixie cup or something, and I'm gonna dump those right in, just like so. Okay, and now I'm going to start to mix them. I'm going to bring my mold over too. I'm going to start to mix those up. You want to mix it thoroughly. Okay, and actually as it starts to mix, with the chemical reaction going on, it begins to get a little warm. It's not like crazy hot or anything like that, but it does begin to get a little warm. And this will be completely cured within 10 minutes. So you don't want to wait around. So I'm going to start to pour this in. So there's 1. There's the next one. Let's do this little guy over here. And I promise this is more fun than watching paint dry because it happens way quicker. I do like a little Dixie cup because you can kind of, you know, tilt it, or squeeze it together so you can get a little pouring lip there. Another one. Make sure that one's nice and full. Let's do some of these little dots as well. Oops, that one went a little over. That's okay. We'll take care of that in a minute. Now earlier I did that really big moth, So I ran out of my resin a lot quicker than I am this time. So you can see those two little capfuls go a really long way. Oh, I've got them pouring over a little bit, but that'll be okay. We'll fix that as well. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do a partial wing here. Because if I was doing a mixed media piece, I could still use a partial wing for sure. All right, now, for those ones that I did earlier, can you see that it is, and now you can tell that you gotta work quick with this, but not super quick. You've been seeing how long I've been pouring. It is starting to turn white already. Let's see if we can get maybe one more little thing filled in here. And probably not, it's already, so see, it starts to get kind of solid. Can you guys see that? So it's gonna get kind of solid. So you know whenever it's done pouring, it just doesn't flow anymore. All right, so we're gonna let that set for a moment, and it does not take long. It is completely cured in 10 minutes. Paige, will you flip my computer around and maybe log on Facebook so I can just see my screen? I have such a hard time seeing my screen whenever I do these, so at least that way I can kind of watch what they're seeing. Okay, so I'm just gonna move that up there. We're gonna let that hang out for a second. And I'm gonna pull out some of the ones that I just did. So I just did these. Whenever you pop it out, it's gonna come out nice and bright white like this. What I did is then I just took some black gesso and painted it. And I just painted it real quick before we popped on. You know, and I would have normally gone through and done the edges. So if you, and turn my volume down because I'll echo, because there's a time lag. Thank you. I've got my gal Paige here helping me, so she's gonna turn my computer screen around so I can see. Normally, whenever I'm just using my little one for Facebook Live, oh yeah, we can see real, I can't see through my phone, so I wanna make sure you guys can see this, and you can see that really well. All right, so anyway, I just did the tops real quick. You can see it's still a little wet even on the sides there, but this is just black gesso. That's all that is, because I want you guys to see the two different surfaces. Now, you could go through and you can paint these as well. So this resin takes paint really well, but we're gonna be using the Prima Waxes today. And they are so fun. So I've got one here called Sea Glass. So we're gonna start with Sea Glass. And you can just, I mean, literally, you can put a little bit on your finger if you want to, all right? And that's a little bit too much. So I'm just gonna dab some off. And then if you wanna just hit highlights, okay, then you're just gonna come through and start to rub. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull out all the details from that mold. Now, I also love the Prima Waxes because they smell amazing. It's got this great, like, almost like beeswaxy vanilla smell to it. Do you guys see that? Can you see the shimmer and the shine on there? Can I put more? Can I get more, you know, thicker on there? Heck yeah, we can. Depends on how much color you want. And again, this is me just hitting kind of the little highlights on it. You can also take a paintbrush and paint it on there. Okay, so maybe you don't like to get the messy on your finger. I love the messy on my fingers, but you can take a little paintbrush, hit the areas as well. Do you love that? Oh my gosh, I love, love, love this. Now, you can go even thicker if you want to truly like get in the grooves and color it with the wax. And then you're gonna get this really great coverage on there like that. How fun. Now, here's a white one. So is the wax going to show up on white? It definitely is. And we can do the same thing. So I can put a little wax on my finger, and I can just get the highlights. Or I can go for full coverage, which is what I did on the other side. Ooh, that one's got a little bit of my gesso still in it, but that's okay. How fun is that? Now, other colors. Can you put one color on top of the other? Yes, you can. You can even combine those colors. Let me grab, let's grab honey. Okay, I'm gonna open up honey. Okay, whenever you first open up the waxes, it's gonna have just that little seal that you need to break, like so, okay? And sometimes, depending, it may even start to come out just a little bit, depending on how full it is. I'm gonna use a different finger here, because I already used that one. Don't wanna contaminate my colors. And let's check this one out. Oh my gosh, do you see that one? Oh, that is beautiful. And then we can come over here and go on top. Let me get a little bit more out. Tap a little bit off, okay? I'm gonna go home tonight and BJ's gonna be like, what did you get into? Everything. I got into everything today. It was amazing. Oh my gosh. Guys, look at that. I love those two colors together. Is that not beautiful? All right, I'm in love. I'm in love. So today is a good day to work the doodle bug. And you see, I kind of went back and burnished it off a little bit. So until it dries, you've got a little bit of work time. How fun is that? So let's try it over here on this one, the white one. I want to really go in and try and color that one in a little more. And again, I can get my paintbrush. Now, this is going to contaminate it a little bit because this paintbrush has the blue in it. I haven't cleaned it off, but I can go in. Oh, and it's still got a little bit of wet gesso too. So I got all kinds of crazy colors in there. Let's see here. Somebody said, looks very fun and beautiful, but I'll need to smell it before. Oh yeah, and that's fine. Usually we've got one here in the store. I'm trying to see if it would say, like, I believe they used to, anything like this, you can look up its, I forget what it's called. I want to say like MDF, but that's not what it is. It's chemical components. You can look that up. But it's got more of a beeswaxy smell, I think, than a vanilla smell to it. All right, let's go back and we're going to check our molds here. Try and wipe my fingers off just a little bit. All right, so molds here. These have just been hardening while we're talking. They're not completely set yet. They're a little soft. So with that being said, I should be able to shape them a little bit if I can get them to kind of stay in that position. I may have not have caught them early enough, but you can kind of mold them a little bit too. How would you use these? Okay, so your smaller ones, Gina, you can definitely use just on your scrapbook pages, your cards, things like that. So they're going to work great on those because they're so small and little. Now your bigger ones, you could use those also. Look at that one, isn't that cool? And then when they're still nice and soft, if you've got any spots like there where I over poured, you can trim them very easily with your scissors. Sometimes if I get them out because I'm not talking and I can pay attention, as soon as they turn white, you can pop them out and you can use your, that one's awesome. You can use your fingernail even just to move that away. Ooh, those are, that one's I over poured and they're kind of stuck together. I could cut them apart, but I think I like those together like that. These little gear there. Here's the little baubles. That one there, I knew I over poured, so I can easily trim that down. Other things with these, Gina, that I really like to do, think about your mini books and the covers of your mini books. You know, we sell all kinds of chunky stuff and resin pieces, resin frames to go on the front of your mini books. You don't have to do that anymore. You can use these molds and make your own. Look at that. Are those not fun? But yeah, the smaller ones you definitely could use like on a card that's not raised any more than what a pop dot would be. Same thing with like this one here. If you see, I did not pour it all the way to the top, okay? So I left that one not quite as full. So when I pop it out, see, it's not very thick at all. So this could easily go on a scrapbook page or on the front of a card, and then with a sentiment. And you could do that with any of them. You don't have to fill it all the way up. But that one there, now this one might be a little thick to mail, but for a card you're giving, definitely doable. Now, if you're really, you know, thinking outside the box, you can color these and use them for jewelry pieces, keychains, anything like that, because listen, see how hard they get. Now this one is still not 100% cured, but it's already really hard. So you could use it in all kinds of different ways. But I think they're super, super fun as well too. Now they're getting a little harder as I'm talking, but still, I can still trim any of my oopses away. And look at these little guys. Look how stinking cute that little dragonfly is. Here's some more, just the little dots. So you could just color these. Again, I did black gesso. You should probably be able to use even like a black acrylic paint. The wax is going to stick to it. Gesso is just so nice because it's matte. You could do like a black chalk paint as well. There's a little dot in there that was an oops, I didn't even pour in there. It all just pops right out. These little silicone molds are great for that. There's a little dot I didn't even over pour, so that one is perfect. So anyway, you can color them with them being white. You can paint them black. You can see that kind of the little differentiation there. Let's do, oh, here's our other little black one that we did. Let's get a little, let's do this little guy here. We'll just hit the tips of this one. This one is still, it's one I just took out. So it's still a little soft, but yet I can still work with it. I can still hit him with a little bit of color. Love how fun these are. And they're just fun. Sometimes you just need to play a little bit too. I love just that little bit of playtime, fun time. Now, I will tell you, so this is my favorite part. I was that kid in school, I think I've told you, that would put the glue on their hands to peel it off. So watch this. Oh, do you see that? That's like part of the fun right there. That is so satisfying. I don't know why. I know I'm such a dork, but that is the best, just being able to peel all of that out too. That makes me really happy. I know it shouldn't. Odd things about me. But anyway, so that is just a quick little tutorial on how you can use the casting resin. You saw how quick and easy it was. Literally equal parts, stir it, put it in the mold. So if you've seen these things and it's intimidating to you, please don't let it into, and see how cool that half is even? That would be neat, then like a picture right there. And then, you know, the wings coming out from the side of the picture. I think that's awesome. But don't let it intimidate you. That was so easy peasy. And then your cleanup literally is just rinsing out your cups, because again, they're nothing without each other. So you did not mix them there. This cup, you probably could even still reuse it, but it's just a little paper cup. So you can throw that away. Your little wooden spoon, you could probably reuse it, but again, it's just a little wooden popsicle stick. So throw it away. The waxes clean up super, super easy. And how fun was that? And we did this in real time too. So it's not like it had to set overnight, anything like that. All right, I'm gonna pop you guys out. I'm gonna kind of show you some other ones that we have. So again, you saw the, okay, shoo. There you are, you're back. I touched something and you guys were gone. Thank goodness I have my laptop there, I could see. So we've got the casting resin here. That's what I used. It's a really quick cure. This one here is like a 2-part modeling material. So you just mix little parts, knead it together, and then you just let it air dry. Okay, we've got some different ones we've gotten in before. This one here is just another 2-part resin as well. I don't know on this one. I know a lot of their stuff is clear for theirs. So I need to look that one up for you guys to see if this one is clear. So that's really fun for like doing jewelry making, pendants, things like that. And then here's another one of the big ones that we made. So fun. And then colors that we've got for your waxes. So the bottom here is what's going to show you what color those are. Let me grab the ones. I'm going to bring you guys back over. Sorry, making you all seasick here. And I want to grab this and these here as well. Okay, so you can kind of see. So sea glass I've got right here, and that's the one that we used. So you can see that color is very, very true to life as to what color you're actually going to get. So we've got white pearl, which white pearl, you know, with that being white, you're really going to want to use that if you have done gesso on things, the black gesso, so you can really see that white color. Then we've got sea glass, this great acid color, which is a lime, charcoal black, brushed iron, red flame, midnight, graphite, moss green, blue lagoon, heather hills, that's a great purple color. We've got black gold, and then Paige, you can put those in little packages in, like our clear ones. Yep. This one here is called celestial, so it's kind of a silvery color. This one is coral, cobalt blue, and then we also have that great honey color that I spontaneously opened up to show you guys. So we've got a huge selection of the waxes for you. Super fun. Now some of them are also a matte wax. So like this one here is matte, so it's going to give you great color, but it's not going to have all the shimmer to it. Everything else we've got is their metallic waxes, but that one there is a matte wax, so it's going to be a little flatter. And then the molds, so check out the molds. This was one that I was talking about that would be really cool in your mini books, like for a frame for the cover of your mini book. This one is called Ornate Frames. Then we've got this one that does really great little borders. This one is by Stamperia, and I don't see a name on there. If you're shopping online, it's KACM11, but let's just call it Stamperia Borders. That's the easiest thing I can call that one. Here's another one by Stamperia. I really like this one. Look how neat and big that frame is. And also if you're doing like shadow boxes, you know, any kind of mixed media stuff, how fun these are for that. People use these in home decor too. So, I mean, you could take this onto a home decor piece. Shoot, if you've got an old dresser that you need to replace some of the little filigree and ornate pieces, people use the resin to kind of make those fake antique pieces all the time. So this one here is Stamperia, and it's the frame from Stamperia. Now this one, I love this. I love them all. They're addicting. This one here, check out those sunflowers. How pretty are those going to be? And you can just paint them too. You don't even have to do the waxes on them. You could just paint these as well. So this one here is the Stamperia sunflowers. Then we have the Stamperia snowflakes. Here's the Stamperia, let's call that one wildflowers. But it's got those great leaves in there too. Then we've got some Prima ones. This one is called Spring Abstract. And you can see the little pieces you're going to make in that one. It's a smaller mold. This one here is a fun one. It's got dragonflies. It's got a great little frame in there. It's got almost like is that a dream catcher kind of look? Here's a little floral bouquet in there. And that one is from the Aquarelle Dreams. There we go. That was from that line. And there's another one there too. So we've got some great fun molds. And then the one that I used today, that one is the Mecha Moth. Mecha Moth. You know, I'm bad at my phonics, but that's a fun moth one. If you're shopping online, it's $969-$400. And again, any of these all of them are food safe as well. You just don't want to use your resin in it and then turn around and use chocolate in it. So if you do both, you would need different ones for your food. But these are really fun with that as well too, to pour your chocolate in there, to pour your, like if you do hard candies, all kinds of things like that. So many fun things that you can do with the resin molds. And then the waxes, I love playing with the waxes as well too. And check these out. I mean, they're fun. That is so fun. All right. And that, my friends, is our Fun Technique Friday. Hopefully you learned a little bit of something, kind of had fun watching me get messy. And hopefully it kind of took out some of that fear out of doing the resins for you. I know people will come in and like, I don't know, it seems like it's going to be really hard. No, they are so easy peasy. And think how fun those would be to even play with the grandkids with, or if you've got younger crafters, because they're very instant gratification. They even get a little chemistry lesson in there with, you know, mixing the two parts, pouring them in the molds, and then they can watch it turn to that white color, which is really fun as well too. So, all right, everybody. Well, I am Hannah from the Doodle Bug in Jasper, Indiana. Hopefully you had fun kind of, you know, playing around with us today. If you have any questions while you are watching this, I don't think I've missed any. I'm checking my other screen here. I don't think I did. So if you have any other questions as you're watching the replay, put them in the comments below, and then I will do my best to get those answered in the next couple days. So until next time, everybody, you have an amazing, crafty, blessed evening, weekend, because it's Friday, and I will see you all next week. Thank you. Take care.